Guys, I'm here today. I had a half day, so I got a lot of fucking time for the Payback 2015 review. Overall, the show was not that good, I would say. Well, actually, come to think of it, it wasn't. It was good, but it wasn't great. Could have been better. There were a couple great matches on the show, but you know, the rest was just throwaway to me. So on the kickoff, we got a impromptu match: R-Truth versus Stardust. R-Truth picking up the win. Throwaway match. Honestly, a throwaway. Very, very boring. I could hardly pay attention the entire time. It was pretty bad. Overall, not a match I would plan on going back and rewatching soon. This next match, though, was awesome. Not for the pure wrestling quality, but just for the entertainment quality. Axel and Sandow are great. We had the Mega Powers versus the Ascension. Macho Mandow and Axel Mania versus Connor Victor. Awesome, 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 awesome stuff. Not a great wrestling match, but it was just so funny. No matter if it's mocking them or if it's a tribute to them, it was fantastic. Honestly, I could not stop laughing during this match. It was great. Ascension picking up the win, which shocked the shit out of me. Because I figured that they'd pick up the win. But I honestly hope the Mega Powers win the tag titles. That'll be awesome. And we had Dolph Ziggler versus Sheamus, which was the opener of the show. A lot better than their last match. They've had a bunch of matches in the past. A lot of them were very good. This, I would have to say, is my second favorite of all their matches. My first favorite is the one from No Way Out a few years ago. Not just because I was there live, just because it was a great match. This was another great match. Sheamus picked up the win, as I predicted. A lot of cool stuff here. Ziggler shoved his ass in Sheamus' mouth. Which, there's his revenge right there. The New Day versus Cesaro and Tyson Kidd for the tag titles. 2 out of 3 falls. I forgot about that until then. Awesome. It was even better than their last match. It was fantastic. Almost a Bella Twin kind of finish with Xavier Woods going in and doing the small package, which is honestly a very unique finish because he made it look like so the ref would think it's like Kofi Kingston, and just great. Just a great finish. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it was unique. It was different. And I like that. But it was a great match overall. Next we had Ryback versus Bray Wyatt. Better than I thought it was going to be, but it still wasn't really that great. It was another throwaway. Ryback, from what I've heard, and from what a lot of people have heard, got a broken rib or something. Poor Ryback, but, yeah, it was alright. Next, we had a match that was a lot better than I expected. John Cena versus Rusev in the I Quit match. Awesome match. Awesome spots here. Cena getting thrown onto the barricade thing was great. Rusev getting AA'd into the fireworks was great. The only complaint is part of the ending. Wrapping the ring rope around Rusev's nose wasn't really. It wasn't my kind of thing for this. Like, that's the only little issue. The ending could have been a little more spectacular. But what made the ending wasn't bad. What made the ending good was how Rusev was screaming in Russian or Bulgarian or whatever the fuck, "I quit," or at least that's what we think he said. Is when he was doing that and Lana had to beg and plead that he quit. Which the only thing that didn't make any sense with that is Rusev technically didn't say "I quit." She did. But you know, it's an acceptable thing. We can let it go. Because it at least makes sense. But overall, kick-ass match. Bella Twins versus Naomi and Tamina. It's a Divas match. It's a throwaway. Naomi and Tamina won. Fuck yeah. Moving on. King Barrett versus Neville. Not as good as their last match. It wasn't bad. It was decent, but could have been better. King Barrett lost by a count-out. Which, at least it didn't make Barrett look weak, but it was still a count-out finish for a match that they didn't even have to do a count-out finish for. But afterwards, they kind of had a brawl, which was alright. JBL funny as fuck on commentary for that, too. With the "all hail the king," and he's a king, and blah. Great stuff. And finally, we had the main event Fatal 4-Way. Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns versus Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins, which was great. We had the Shield spot, which, you know, I guess the speculation was that people had was somewhat correct, but it only lasted 30 seconds. But it was an awesome spot, though. I did mark out during that. There were a lot of false finishes. Kane getting involved, which confused me because he was getting involved on Rollins' behalf, even though he was talking about how he didn't give a fuck about him, which hopefully we get an explanation tonight. But I thought that was a little strange, but otherwise the match was great. Rollins picking up the win, which I saw that happening, even though I was leaning more towards Ambrose turning heel. I did indeed see the other case being Rollins winning. Overall, it was a great match. It was a good show. Could have been better. It's worth a watch, I would say. It's not the best show, but it wasn't bad. I give it an okay.